Hello boys and girls, Ice Cream Gecko here on this wonderful morning. Speed camera is getting serviced. So, I wanted to let you know that I've got new tires on the bike because I had a puncture in one. Rear tire, wonderful. Just a tiny little metal thing stuck into the thread of the tire itself, in the groove. Punctured it, fucked it. That's because, well, that's not because, but that is the reason why there was no video on Saturday, last Saturday. I had to, break my upload schedule, which was very unfortunate. Thought about just recording me walking in the park or something like that, but then I decided against that for reasons. Well, it's boring, even more boring than my usual talk. So I just scrapped that entirely. So what happened? First flat tire on a motorcycle. So I was commuting just as usual, going to uni on my bike, and when the whole lab day was over, I came back to my bike, 6 p.m, absolutely pissed. Took a lot longer than it should be. We are supposed to be in the lab until 5 p.m. Well, there was not a single time at which that calculation was accurate in any way, shape or form. Friday, 6:30, fucking hell, absolutely disgusting. Absolutely. I'm an undergrad student, by the way, so that's just too much, to be honest. I was coming out of the lab, 6 p.m, sitting on the bike, pulled her off of the main stand, and I thought, well, she is sitting a bit low today. I was like, what happened? Is the shocks broken? Anything broken? And took a little glance at the rear tyre, and apparently all the air was out. I was like, fuck, did somebody step my tyres? Because that was the first thought that came into my head. Actually, no, nothing like that happened. I thought it was because somebody stepped my tyre because they don't like me parking somewhere where there is no like specific parking spot, because that's what you do on a motorcycle. You park where nobody is interfered in their ways, and that way you can make use of some space that is just being not used otherwise. That's the great thing about motorcycle parking in the city. But yeah, with just a little, I can show you a picture. I will put it on Instagram. Yeah, check out my Instagram. Instagram.com/icecreamgecko. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's Ice Cream Gecko. It's linked to my channel. It just, like I said, in the thread, on those tires, air out. I'm glad that it didn't happen, like the tire didn't burst or anything on the autobahn. That would be highly annoying and maybe even dangerous. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But still, what I did then, well, I called the ADAC, the AA of Germany, and I picked up my bike, put it onto their, little parking space under the bridge, besides the train station. Great place to stick a bike, loved it. At least it didn't have to stand out in the, well, it was out in the elements, but at least it wasn't like, without any protection out in the city. It was fenced in, so that was good. But yeah, picked it up on Saturday. There was a whole lot of stuff going on regarding the whole retrieval of the bike, because apparently nobody wants to fix a fucking tire on a motorcycle or even change it. Nobody seems to have the tires in stock. All those motorcycle dealerships, they're just fuck ups, not entirely. They don't have anything in stock. They have to order everything. And the one motorcycle shop that I found, they had the tire I wanted, the Michelin Pilot Road 5, in the sizes I need them. And she said to me, well, yeah, we can do that, no problem. And I said, well, yeah, cool. What if I bring the bike around today and you can fix the tire, change it out? I'll pay 340 euros. Yeah, that's all right. Of course, it's a bit much. It's more than I would like to pay, but in the end, that's that's just what you gotta do. But nothing. She said, well, the next appointment would be the 19th of September. And I was like, what? What? Are you joking? 19th of September? Just to clear that up, the whole incident was on Thursday last week. 19th of September was nowhere close. Nowhere close. Yeah, so that was great. Absolutely pissed. Had a talk with the professor where you have to, show what you did in that first week, and you have to talk about what you're gonna do, what all the things are, what the things are doing, what the things you are doing are for, and all that. So I wanted to prepare for that. Yeah, I was home on Thursday like 9:30 in the evening. I had to do some stuff still, so I couldn't prepare for that, all that good stuff. The whole schedule just fucked up entirely. And yeah, I was in limbo for 2 days, not knowing what was going to happen. And the ADAC, that little site at which my bike stood, they said, well, if you leave the bike longer than Saturday, then you have to pay $15 a day for the parking spot, basically. I was like, fuck yeah, that's great. Pay $15 extra for each day the bike stands there. At the moment I've got no option of retrieving it. It now costs money as well. Just leave it sitting there. Fucking beautiful. In the end, my dad made the proposal, or whatever that's called, to get a bike trailer, and haul the thing home Saturday morning. Gladly, everything worked out that way. And funny enough, on the way we went there, I actually rang up a few Tyre dealerships. Actual Tyre dealerships, not motorcycle dealerships, because now I know they suck dick massively. And nobody wanted to change a motorcycle tire. And then I asked the one that's, that tire guy who's like a kilometer from my home, and I asked him, well, can you, have you got any, any tips who I should ring up for this, because nobody wants to change a fucking tire on a bike. And he gave me number, called there, and from then on it was just beautiful. Rang that guy up, had the tires in stock, front and rear, Michelin, Pilot Road 5, in my size. He said I could bring the bike around up to 1300 that day. Everything beautiful. Got the bike, brought it over there, and he said, yeah, we can fix it on Monday and you can pick it up on Monday. And then we talked about, my dad and I talked about, well, this is gonna be a bit of a hassle, So I would have gotten to uni by train with all my motorcycle gear and would have picked the bike up in the evening, but that would have been a bit late, or my dad would have had to drive me and all that good shit. And then he said, well, whatever, let's scrap the hassle, I'll do it now. And yeah, on that day, on Saturday, 1300, I had new tires on the bike, Michelin Pilot Road 5. What's the Queen? I don't know what 5 in French is. I don't even care. New tires on the bike, 335 euros, $5 cheaper than the previous offer, and everything was fine, and I was happy. There's quite a scratch on my rear rim of the bike, but I don't give a shit. Seriously, those are cheap rims anyways, so maybe just take a bit of paint and go over that, something like that. I don't give a shit. Other than that, everything's beautiful, and a whole odyssey turned out to be not as bad overall in the end. New tires, the old Dunlops had like 10,400 kilometers on them, still over 3 millimeters of tread left. That's probably due to my granddad riding style that I acquired. Quite good though. If you're a commuter, don't, you know, ring out the gas all the time. Saves everything. Saves you on fuel, saves tires, saves chain, saves engine, saves everything. It's great. That was the little story of my odyssey to get a tyre changed on a motorcycle. I hope you enjoyed that one, a little babbling about. Sorry that Saturday was without a video. Now we've got Wednesday, next Saturday there will be one for sure. See you then, bye.